I'm officially doing this game 100% clean. I am playing it for the first time. If it turns out there's a lengthy registration process, then we'll just gotta go through that.
Welcome
We're-
to Astro Bob Adventures.
We are all going to watch Goggle Bob insert his social security number, as Sony requires nowadays.
I mean, what else would be your PlayStation password?
And we will all read it aloud, and then email all of our friends that live in that have very normal email addresses originating in Nigeria.
I was going to say Russia, but okay.
Okay, so
Also
this game
good.
is
You know,
already
we can mix it up. We're gonna get the global north and global south.
This game is already doing its best to pump the nostalgia with freaking memory
Hey,
card
it's
saves.
PS1 memory card. Remember
Oh,
when
I hate
those
those
existed
so
a quarter
much.
century ago?
Like I it's one of those
15
weird
blocks.
feelings wherein I love fan service, but I hate being pandered to.
My brother in Christ, this is
Get ready,
45
there
of
will be
God's own
pandering.
megabytes. All right,
God.
so the
And we're
only
starting
thing
with a
I
Star
know about
War.
this game is that I watched some idiots on Twitter fight a game reviewer about the corruption inherent in reviews because they gave this game a reasonably high. Oh, hey, you're flying around the PS5. I fucking hate it.
I wish
Fuck
that the
this game.
PS5 wasn't the ugliest piece of hardware in human history.
Honestly, like if
Yeah.
it were the Xbox One, it would be better because that has like real monolith.
That's at least
Space
funny
Odyssey
looking.
vibes. Yeah.
Yeah, the Series X with its big square blockness.
Yeah,
That's
exactly, right? I could see
The
that.
PS5
being
is trying really hard to be cool looking, and it's ending at, oh, this just sucks, and I keep getting my pant leg caught on it when I try to step over it.
Yeah, I genuinely have
Yeah.
no idea what they were going for with the PS5. Because also, particularly if you've ever had to open it to like put in a new hard drive or something, it's like what were you even thinking?
The
It's
PS5
very-
looks... Okay.
I was going to say it's very Cybertruck.
Oh, that's a
The
good
PS
analogy.
Yeah,
the
you're
PS5
right.
looks exactly like, if you go back to like EGMs from like 2002, and they're like they have people fucking like sending in fan art of what they think the PlayStation 3 will look like. It looks like those.
Woof.
I never got over the router comparison. It looks like a fucking router. It looks exactly like
but
the
it looks
router
way too
on the other side of
big
this
and
room.
bulky to be a router.
I've never seen one in person. I've only seen pictures.
I'm still really sad about this. So back in the day, the original Xbox was enormous, like obviously enormous, and like there were so many just like low quality photoshops of like the Xbox larger than the moon or whatever. And we don't get those anymore. We have two consoles that are larger than the original Xbox, and there's no dumb photoshops of like the PlayStation 5 or the Series X causing like some sort of tidal drift with their sheer gravity.
I remember an early
Xbox.
mini arcade strip having Gabe and Tycho playing Xbox games, and the controllers are bigger than their lap.
Yeah.
That's
Completely uncommented upon.
Well, I want to say that
Yeah.
was literally the "let's go pound nails into our dicks" thing, which
probably.
Yeah.
in
Yeah, because that's them
retrospect,
complaining about Halo 1.
in retrospect, it has been revealed that like Microsoft literally paid them to like Halo 2. Like that was something that
I
came out.
remember there was like that was also around like the other one where they were complaining about playing on Xbox was like the stripper. It's like, we've replaced Gabe's Xbox controller with a bear. Let's see if he notices.
Yeah.
He's like,
This
hey, did you
seems
get one of those new
smaller.
smaller controllers? This seems better.
I always hated the Duke controller.
Those
Yeah, no, the
say
original
we-
controller is terrible.
It-
And then the Xbox 360 controller is literally just like the game controller that every other game controller has been since. Like Sony occasionally tries to iterate a little bit, never fucking sticks.
We have the unfortunate no longer something they can't actually get rid of giant touchpad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody
Oh,
hates
it's like
that.
I was gonna say something about it. I like how like if you look at like the ads for the special PS5 Astro Bot controller, it's like it's got like the winking eyes or whatever, and it's like, oh, maybe they put like an LED behind it. No, it's just painted on. They don't actually wink or do anything cool on that controller. It's just painted on.
Bummer. Okay, so observation. The aesthetic. That's a fucking $5 word that I'll never be sure if I'm pronouncing correctly. Of this
You
game.
did correctly.
Oh, well, that's amazing. Of this game is just so ripping off Wall-E. It's amazing.
Yeah,
And-
there's a lot of that in there.
And that's so fresh in my brain because some brave soul uploaded the entire movie Wall-E to YouTube not 10 years ago, last week. And it was up for like a good 8 days.
Huh. Disney's usually more protective than that.
That's the crazy thing. I actually watched fucking Avengers Endgame on YouTube like a month before that. For some reason, guys just keep getting away with it. And it keeps just showing up in my recommendations. And it just says, full movie. Watch now. And I'm like, nah, it can't be.
Watch
and it
now.
is. Every single fucking time. It just is.
Watch now.
I think it was in 4K. It was kind of amazing.
Watch now.
I'm like half tempted to believe it's somebody trying to do like some guerrilla marketing to sell Disney Plus subscriptions or something. Just because I can't imagine them getting away with it that easily.
Watch now.
Also, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just more used to it when Nintendo does it. But like, I'm starting to find the PlayStation branding in this super aggravating.
Nintendo doesn't usually shove their logos on everything.
Yeah, that's like every single like coin you pick up has like the PlayStation buttons.
I was gonna say
And-
this. The funny thing is we're dealing with some sort of weird, like, IP problem wherein, thanks to the fact that they have not like cultivated their own IPs, like the best Sony can do right now with their gaming IPs is just be like, hey, remember the system you're actually playing? Look at this controller. You've seen it before.
There's like 150 of these robots that are like based on old PlayStation characters. So eventually you're gonna run into the fucker from Days Gone that no one cares about.
You're gonna find fuck. I know Sony has like a shitload of like IPs that are heavily associated with them or outright owned by them. And I am drawing just such a fucking blank.
Well, part of that is that they have not actually like they treat their IPs like they're trash. So
Yeah, I guess.
like if there's not currently a TV show that they're trying to sell you, they treat old IPs like, oh, this sucks ass. You shouldn't care about this.
Here, wait.
Yeah.
Hold on one
I
moment.
Sorry.
Where's Dark Cloud?
I am doing.
They do own that.
I need to pop into a menu here and just whatever it is I need to do to make my goddamn controller be quieter is something I need to do.
Oh, that's probably at the system level. You
That's
probably
why
need
I'm
to
popping over to that. Yes.
But
Controller settings.
yeah, oh man, I forgot that they were like the Wii had a microphone in its controller. We need to have that in the controller. So now every fucking PS4 and PS5 game thinks it gets to route a handful of arbitrary sounds through it, and I have to turn it off every time I access a new PlayStation because it's like, no, I don't. No, stop it.
That's so
Okay.
fucking strange to me
Now we're
because
back.
like Nintendo has fully like abandoned that whole idea.
Nintendo is much more willing to abandon an idea that doesn't work.
The Virtual Boy.
See fucking Wii U.
Mhm.
Well, I will
Send
say the
directly to
Wii
hell.
U led to a lot of Switch stuff.
Yeah,
yeah.
because they could just like take the old game and like if a game didn't work on Switch, they just didn't like. You're never gonna see Game and Wario ever again.
You never see that? And the Star Fox game.
Yeah, and never
Ooh,
mind
Guard.
Six Nights at Slippy's.
Star Fox Guard, for those who do not recall. That had Slippy's Uncle Grippy too.
Pouring one out for Xenoblade Chronicles X.
I
That one's gonna be like
swear-
that's gonna come back as a remake. at
I
some stage.
maintain that until I see evidence otherwise, it's going to be a Switch 2 like launch title.
launch title. That would be something that they could get out of Monolith early.
Yeah,
It'll be a Switch 2 launch title, and if you buy it like in the first week, you'll get a download for like some other Xenoblade game.
Well, I imagine what they'll do is DLC that basically includes Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and 3 characters, or 1 for that matter.
Now, I was saying you'd like get the a first one Switch remaster with a download code, and then they'd sell it for $19 after that. You know, like they did with
I don't
Bayonetta.
think they would need to do that because by all appearances and accounts, it's likely that the thing's just backwards compatible with the Switch anyway. So.
Oh yeah. They're not the Switch. The Switch is super popular.
The Switch is successful, so they have every reason to not abandon it.
Yeah. There's no reason. Oh, I get it. It was that horrible creature. I could not remember his name. He has a fucking movie, and I could not remember his name.
To be fair, no one watched that movie, so. Man, they selected the studio for that movie based on what would get them Canadian tax breaks.
Yeah, that sounds about what I expect from Sony.
Yeah.
Which is why it ended up being made by the Reboot studio.
Oh God.
Yay, Reboot. Well, let's all go watch some Beast Machines.
Beasties? Beasties?
So the only thing I read about this game, other than the most witless gamers alive trying to use it as evidence of corruption in games journalism, I know, was a shitpost saying, Nintendo, bold move, releasing Super Mario Galaxy 3 on the PlayStation 5 and covering it in Sony shit. I see your game.
I mean, I'll say, there is a gigantic Mario vibe happening here.
Oh, this is very much an attempted Mario.
And never mind the fact that you've got this double jump thing that is just straight up the flood jump from Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, the flood thing was really weird.
Why we decided that this was what we were going to use? Okay.
I would imagine it's just to simplify it's easier to 3D platform, but it is weird because it's reminding me of Sunshine in that fashion, which is not usually the Mario people want to review.
I was about to say, this is the last time we saw Mario Sunshine was Mario Sunshine.
Yeah.
It's in 3D All Stars.
As Mario Sunshine.
Which is more than you can say for Galaxy 2.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Yeah, which was an actually good game.
Yeah, they made some strange choices.
Why does this rubber duck look like this? No rubber duck is like this.
It's because it's big. You gotta use. I got nothing. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was
PlayStation
just
2.
now trying to use what would feel like the N64 Z button to do a running jump or a dash jump, but that apparently is not part of this moveset.
Corn on the cob.
Holy shit! It is corn on the cob.
You're saying, Jeanie?
So, is that rubber duck a reference to the Million Rubber Duck demo?
Super Rubber Dub?
From the PlayStation 2 launch era?
It might be
3 that they did that with.
Is it 3 or is it 2?
Yeah, because that was when they actually made. Because Sony always does this thing where they're there's this desperate attempt to turn a very thin tech demo into a game. On the PS2, it's Fanavision. On the PS3, it's Super Rubber Dub.
I guess that means on the PS4 it was Knack.
Knack was, yeah, I guess Knack was some kind of tech demo. I don't know what it was meant to show off other than what Sadness looked like, but it did happen. There was 2 Fanavisions and there were 2 Knacks.
That's upsetting.
I think the 2 Fanavisions was more upsetting.
I keep looking at this game, right, and going, wow. Who's nostalgic for this? Who sees PlayStation logo and goes, "Oh yeah, that's my jam."
Definitely kids like that, but I feel like they really it's a really weird choice to. I say kids, but I mean 20-somethings.
30-somethings,
Yeah.
40-somethings.
But
Yeah.
the thing that sticks out to me is that again, people are nostalgic for games and not the PlayStation.
Yeah, that's what every time I see the PlayStation logo and I'm getting PlayStation coins, like my first thought isn't necessarily like nostalgic fun. My first thought is like buying shit on the PlayStation Store.
It feels cloying.
Like it.
Yeah,
like,
that's the word for it, cloying.
I've got nostalgia for digital purchases that also maybe aren't even still allowed on the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, like I don't want to gas Nintendo too much about on this, but they are smart about the fact that like you look at something like Smash, and Smash feels like something that was made by someone whose passion for games is infinite and weird.
Okay, like as somebody who watches all of Sakurai's like game dev like diary videos and stuff, yes, that's absolutely what he is.
Can
So,
I
like,
just
Sakurai
say
was-
one thing about Sakurai and how
Absolutely.
he understands his exact position? After they were done with all the DLC for Smash Brothers, he commented that he was happy that he could now make posts about pictures of his own cat because he knew that if he posted pictures of his own cat before the DLC was done, people would think that was some kind of clue as to future DLC. And the thing of it is he's not wrong on any level. Like, that is a complete
Well,
understanding.
he would
of how
also
fans
pay
work.
for DLC of Sakurai's cat. So.
I feel like Sakurai's cat deserves like his own like 14 game franchise.
And see, that's exactly what happens. And that is somebody who 100% understands what's happening in his sphere. This is who wants to play as an inflatable robot.
Yeah, the inflation art I was not expecting.
Yeah, no, I mean that was
Oh.
somebody saw the reaction to Super Mario Brothers Wonder and was like, "I want a piece of that pie."
But well, yeah, what I would say is, and this has been kind of this game tries to kind of reverse this trend, but like one of Sony's problems with trying to use the nostalgia that does exist around the PlayStation is that it's always transparently an ad. Like
PlayStation
this,
All
at least-
Stars Brawl.
Yeah, Battle Royale, which, transparently, like, nothing got in there if they didn't see, like, a fairly obvious way for it to be exploited as a brand in future. Like,
Yeah, I remember like reading.
you weren't going to see, like, Popolo
Crow.
Croy. Sorry, good.
The attitude towards it, as described by like it's one of its few fans. This guy, the video I watched on it was like from a guy who genuinely wanted to believe in it. And he said it was very obvious that Sony's entire attitude towards the whole thing was just, what have you done for me lately?
Yeah, it was extremely. And this, they've at least allowed Little Robots to be things that are not current franchises.
Because they don't
But
have any current
they're-
franchises.
But their
Damn.
current, like the penance that must be paid for that is this desperate attempt to make you like just PlayStation iconography. And so like that like the controller and console have to be on everything. The symbols have to be on everything.
To make a comparison point, there was a clip from the latest Jurassic World movie where a T-Rex reenacts the logo of Jurassic Park. And somebody said something like, finally, a movie for fans of logos. that's the attitude I'm getting from this. I sure hope you guys like logos.
It's also weird because you'll see a couple of bots that have characters, have like the skins of characters, and then a bunch of them that are just, here's an Astro Bot, and that's weird.
Yeah, like I mean,
I feel like that should be all of them or none of them.
I feel like you can do like some of the bots as obvious character references, but like if you're gonna like make some of them unique, all of them should at least be unique. You can just like make one pink. You can like
I was about to say, yeah,
randomize
if you're
the
gonna do
colors.
like 300 of these things, like you can just put a bow on a couple. It's okay.
There used to be these things I could buy at the record store at my college, and I loved them. I only bought like 2 because I'm not insane,
Rocket
but
Station.
I did really like them. And it was like, these little figurines that were all designed, like had like unique designs on them by graffiti artists, right? So every single one was unique. None of them were like terribly complicated, but you could do some shit like that, just make every bot, have its own texture. You're on a PlayStation 5. You have room for like 300 unique textures. You probably
You've
are in the
fully
millions of
shown
unique
that you do
textures.
not care about how much space anything takes up on my drive, Sony.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like these don't
there's
even
that.
have to be. These don't even have to be like complicated. You can just have one that's the red one, But like, it feels weird
gonna
that
point
like
out
only
something
some of
that
them get to
confuses me.
be things. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
There were 2 Ratchet and Clank bots in that level, and neither of them is Clank. The
Well,
robot.
I did miss one. It's possible Clank was one of them.
Who can
No, I
say?
don't think it was. So I think they're doing the whole, the ones with a special icon next to them are the ones that are fancy, like
That would make
Ratchet and
sense.
Clank.
Yeah.
The ones that
When
are
will
fancy.
we find the Spider-Man bot? Wait, no, that's legally someone else's.
Yeah, which is the
I
other
usually-
thing. Like I remember I'm trying to remember what the exact circumstances were, but I was talking to somebody who really wasn't into video games, but was talking about Smash Brothers and kind of like excited about whatever. And their statement was something along the lines of, "Oh man, hope they put Spider-Man in." And it's like,
Sakurai grumbles and grits his
I
teeth.
was about to say, it's like, oh man, let me tell you about copyright law. like, I'm sorry, bud.
We all want to believe.
He'll be in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale 2.
Oh, he fucking.
We
won't.
all want to believe.
That game won't exist.
Yeah, I know, but if it did, he fucking won't.
No, if it did, he would be, because Sony would be advertising another Spider-Man game.
Well, I've heard
Usually-
people. Oh, go ahead.
I usually like robot designs like this, but this game feels so corporate that it's just making me mad.
I mean,
I can
this
understand
really
that.
has like I will say this game is fun to play so far, and I do like, in general, like it hasn't just been like, I know it's a cliche, but like brown nonsense. Like it did feel like a 3D platforming level, regardless of what I'm seeing. But
Mhm.
like the robots really do feel like, God help me, I'm going to say this, like Clippy the paperclip. Like
Got
they,
Funko energy.
they look like they were invented to be like a random AI mascot that helps you write, essays. They don't necessarily look like they were supposed to star in a wannabe Mario game.
I maintain my initial observation. They look like they're the extras from fucking Wall-E.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I will say the mean thing. They've got Funko energy.
They do. I also feel that like that applies to Wall-E, but I think Wall-E predates the Funkos.
Yeah, Wally predates the Funkos, and Wally is like they look like Wally, the other robot from Wally, Eve.
Yeah.
That one.
Like Wally's got that design of dingy and old.
Yeah.
But the thing that's going to represent Sony has to be futuristic and sleek, even when it's cute.
I will say I really like how the their eyes animates. It's got that like expressiveness that's really cute. Like, I can say nice things every now and then. I don't like to, but I can.
It's weird to see like this. One of those things that's just like artistically odd to me is to see like this very like quote unquote realistic looking lighting in a world that's literally made out of candy. It's aesthetically very strange to me.
Aesthetically very strange is definitely how I would describe this.
I don't know. I feel like it has like I'm being very mean about this game because I enjoy being very mean. But I do think it has like a relatively consistent and honestly quite appealing art style. Like
I'm talking purely about the lighting when I say that. Like it's
okay.
it's strange to, like I said, this is a very realistic sort of like sunrise or sunset lighting that is being used in, like I said, a world that is literally made out of candy. It's not necessarily bad, it's strange.
Yeah, I'm not really. That doesn't really bug me, but I've gone on at length about how I am a sicko when it comes to graphics many times. So, what's that? Oh, who the fuck? I know he's.
That looked like it's Psycho Mantis. Got it.
It's a fucking.
Psycho Menace.
Psycho
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I really hated that one. I didn't mind the others, but that one I hated.
That brings to mind something. Like, I was wondering how many of these would be third party. And it brings to mind that I saw someone say that none of them are from Square because Square is just a huge pain in the ass about this.
That is not shocking on any level.
That does not surprise me in the slightest.
Also, hello, Rock Raven.
Oh, good
Hello,
day.
Rock Raven.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I just rescued Legendary Mercenary was a terrible child.
Wow.
Clever.
Wow.
It's a rude thing to say. I get the joke, but it's a rude thing to say.
I get it. He was. I actually clicked away for a second, but it was Jack, right?
No, it was.
Or am I riding?
No, it was Snake.
I thought it was going for him.
L'enfant terrible.
Oh, okay. I thought it was riffing off of how Raiden was a child soldier in Africa.
Yeah, it would have been a little more tasteless, but.
I mean, we're talking about child soldiers. Taste already went out the window.
God, you're so mean to those ladybugs.
I mean, they know what they were doing when they had trampolines on their undersides. I
don't think they did. I don't think they asked to be born.
I guess you don't have health? You just die?
Nope.
Is that the first time you've been attacked?
I mean, there have been other things, but I didn't get hit by them.
Cargo Bob is now facing some sort of pig creature in honorable combat.
I like the description.
Wow, he just obliterated that thing.
I mean, I can safely say our little robot is doing damage to the world.
Like an infinite array of physics objects and particle effects were needed in order to get some executive to agree to this.
Oh, absolutely. Fanboy and everyone else for that matter. Did you see my Blue Sky thread on the pretty sure they were a bot. They didn't talk like any human I ever talked to. Trying to get me to check out a Web3 game.
I saw the first post of that and was like, I don't want to be sad today.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I feel like, oh, hey, it's
Mystery Ninja.
Gray Fox, yeah, it's him. I think the thing that blew my mind was I was very, very rude to this. I don't want to say person, but I'm struggling to find another way to contextualize it.
This
person.
Sales creature.
Yeah, this foul LLM, and I don't know. People keep saying, "Oh man, you talk to LLMs, you can't tell the fucking difference." Yes, you can. You absolutely can.
It takes 2 seconds of having talked to one to get used to
this
is how they all talk.
Yeah, or even that, every single one has lots of them are just supposed to be playing a character, but those characters have no fucking variation in how they talk. This one, for some reason, began every paragraph with "ha ha."
reminded of the fucking we're going to use LLMs to imitate people from history, and it's fucking you get to the bit where it's here's a Nazi, and you ask them about their doings, and because it's an LLM that's just barely configured, it's just yes, I deeply regret my actions during World War II.
Yeah, because all these things are hard coded to say, "Hey, genocide, bad," which a good thing to do.
I was gonna say we all agree on that, though.
but like a weird thing to make Hitler say, and it was actually Hitler. Hitler was the premium character in character AI.
Also,
Lord.
if you're in any context where the phrase Hitler is a premium character in your attempt at profitability, you failed, like in a really
absolutely.
grotesque moral fashion.
Yeah, no, you have already like gone so far beyond the pale, and there is no forgiveness for you. You will not see the light of heaven.
So there's a thing that I'm looking at that I'm thinking like would have made this more fun. So like one of the things that's like bothering me is like I already complained about this. You'll rescue the cameo bots, they get like a special like little line of text, and then you'll rescue the ones that aren't the cameo bots and they don't get shit. And I think it would be fun to me if there was just like a line that gave each of them like a personality, like Ape Escape on the original PlayStation did.
I was about to say, just like a stupid little collectible thing, like, you know.
Yeah, like
here's Dave. Or like have
every
like
ape in.
Go on.
Okay. Every ape in the original Ape Escape has a name and a little line that says what it is or does. Just something about them. And it's often completely stupid. Like you get one in a snow level, and the little line is just "ate some yellow snow," or you'll rescue one that's just like it's wielding a gun and it's like just how excited it is about having this gun or whatever, and that just made them more fun to collect, and it would be super weird and less fun if only some of them had that.
That is strange, yeah.
So yeah, I'm just saying they should have just written a little line for each of the robots that doesn't have a cameo, just so that they'd all have a little thing about them.
Yeah, no, I mean just anything like, and they have full ability to make them like absurd or something, like just be like,
yeah, it can be stupid.
This is
Yeah.
Dave. He owns 3 different houses in Montana. Like why?
Compulsive
no
gambler.
Yeah. He's going through
I
some
don't
stuff
think they
right
could have
now.
said compulsive gambler. but I
This
would
is
laugh
Steve.
very
He had a
hard if one
ponytail
of
in
them said
college and
compulsive
doesn't like to
gambler.
talk about it.
Missing his girlfriend.
He had a ponytail that he called a rat tail.
God.
Good.
The ultimates in 10-year-old fashion.
Robot on Coffee makes a good point. It's like how Pokemon technically could have kept the same text for the Pokedex for recurring Pokemon, but they have different definitions for each generation.
Yeah,
yeah,
no, that's cute. I like that.
And every
I like
time
how
it's just like more and more horrible.
I was about to say, and
I like
sometimes
how,
it's
like,
completely insane.
Is that supposed to be Frogger?
If it is, I'm confused.
Nah, it's just kind of, I got grass punchy power.
Got hands. You just can throw hands.
Might be Croc. Remember Croc?
Croc back, baby!
We
No,
all
Croc can't
remember
be
Croc.
back.
Croc Remastered was just announced like a week and a half ago.
It's Croc time, baby.
I bring forward a statement that my brother made because we played Croc when we were children. Because like I brought up to him like Croc Remastered got announced, and he just said, "What the fuck? Why? It's bad."
I was about to say, like, the reaction is to say, like, why is that back?
That's been the most. That was just an extremely funny like response. Like someone who actively remembers Croc but has no like desire to see it return. Like
that
what
wasn't
the fuck?
supposed to come
Why
back.
it's bad? And he was right. I will say, he was right. Okay,
Well,
that one got
rescued.
to wear like a backpack.
I love your
3D
judging
model
of the individuals here. Yeah.
The 3D model of the DualSense is very distracting. I don't know why it moves so much. Wow, ripped.
Uh-huh.
It's fucking owned.
It's really weird to play a game without a life meter at all. Like, there are frequent checkpoints, and, like, that's cool. But it
Yeah,
is
truly a deranged amount of checkpoint.
Hey, yes.
Like they're often
Yeah, well-
within eye shot of each other.
Like maybe they
Yeah.
could have just given you like health points. It's all right.
I get what they're going for with the checkpoints. It's you know, it's basically you have one hit point. You're a one hit point wonder, but you respawn so quickly that the but the penalty is
there's
meaningless.
Crash Bandicoot.
Which is you know. Wait, what's Crash doing here?
Dancing.
He obviously is waiting for you to rescue him.
Good lord.
They had to license that. They must have licensed that before it got to Microsoft.
Bidding marsupial not to be confused with a naughty. No,
I'm sorry, your groan
sorry.
there about sums it up.
I'm just. You ever like have one of those moments where you just read something and then you just immediately go, "I'm so fucking tired."
Every day.
We live in a society.
I'm going to become the Joker.
That's it. This is my super villain origin.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean the game looks fun. I'll probably pick
Yeah,
it up.
no,
in
it
the
looks
future.
nice.
And it feels good to play, I can say that much. Like that was
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Well, I was just gonna say that was my surprise with Bakuro or whatever the other night, and this is my
Bakadoo.
my surprise now. It just feels good to play, which honestly a lot of games get wrong. Yeah, I can.
Like I would expect like the Sony would not push this out if it didn't feel good to play. Unless it was a game about.
I was
being a
about
sad
to say
man
I
in a
have
sad
played
world.
Sony games that are not any good to play.
Yeah, but I mean of this type, like Sad Man and Sad World games are often not fun for me to play, but they're also not games built around being fun to play.
I feel like, all right, as
Hi, Brickman.
Spec Off to Line and Killer 7's biggest defender, I feel like there is something to be said about games that are just very intentionally unfun to play. Like that's important. But you know, it's good when they are fun. Yes. Didn't really have much of a thesis there.
Fun
Right, that
games are
nobody was
fun.
yellow, so that's something.
This
Yeah,
guy
that's the
gets
second.
like,
That's the second nobody that's been yellow.
Oh, never mind.
so they don't even get to like, they don't even get to have like the same color, different colored backpacks.
No.
To answer your question, Brickman, I haven't seen one yet.
Let me
What was the
check
question?
Has there been a Jumping Flash reference yet?
There
Yeah,
better
not
be.
yet.
Robert is basically tailor built for this.
Yeah, why isn't this not a new Jumping Flash?
Go, Robert.
That
Jump and
valuable
go.
IP that would get the honeys.
Listen, I don't think that Astro Bot, as in and of itself, is a terribly valuable IP, except for how much money they put into it.
Yeah, because if anything at all, this game looks expensive.
Yeah, Sony does not make inexpensive-looking games. Go, Robert.
Actually wondering
jump and
if there's
go.
going to be a siphon filter reference.
I feel
Oh,
like there
damn.
prob- I wouldn't be surprised. Technically, Days Gone and Siphon Filter are in the same universe, so maybe.
Really?
Yes.
What is Days Gone? I've heard that name. And I
Days
know
Gone was
nothing
that
about it.
thing that was like extremely generic zombie game, like the
Oh.
most generic zombie game.
Oh.
Why can't you remember generic zombie game?
I remember Days Gone both for being the like archetypal generic zombie open world game, and the fact that it's like one of its like directors is just completely deranged and insane on Twitter now. Like he saw his little character was in there and he was like, I'm so mad that that my character has been turned into a corporate shill. And also he complains about how his brand visions are being stopped by woke nowadays. So
Oh, that's what you do. Like if you are a loser with no talent.
yeah,
I'm also just going to state that the way that the attacks work while you've got this cactus power up is better than the video game arms. So eat that, Nintendo.
Oh,
they're
Never played
shaking.
ARMS.
You and everybody else.
I don't know. It's sold about 3 million copies.
Yeah, like somebody played it.
I
Yeah,
have
evidently someone played it. It was a cute enough concept, but not a lot of legs. Eh?
No legs.
Eh?
Hey, fuck you. So angry.
I've realized the weirdest thing, like unrelated to any of this.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I just have my horses on the desk, and I and I realized they're made for people who are right-handed.
As most of things in our society are.
Go to hell, righties.
Wow. I didn't ask for this.
Fuck you, righty. I don't know why I said that. I'm right-handed too.
Stop trying to be cool.
Never.
Whoa, yo, yo. Whoa, yo,
Well, that's the thing, Goggle Bob.
That's a fun.
People like
gimmick.
me don't have to try to be cool. We just are.
Whoa, yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo.
Wow, you botched that jump, buddy.
Nice job, jackass.
And I had
That's
to
the
do
Goggle
all
Bob
this
we all
just to
came
get
watch.
frickin' Jack.
Hey, I like Jack.
Who's
Left a legacy
Oh,
worthy of the
Jack of
precursors.
That doesn't. That's not even a joke.
Remember
What
words?
does
That's
this
just the
mean?
name.
Remember words that were said in the past?
Once upon a time.
God, it really is the video game for big fans of logos.
Yeah. Matro?
I guess
Russian-
like these things are called matros, maybe.
The Russian nesting dolls are Matronikas.
Oh,
say.
yeah, Matryoshka dolls.
Yeah.
You may not know it, but this is actual footage of the war in Ukraine right now.
I hate those Russian nesting tanks.
Trying
They do.
to points out Logo Fest game and not even made by Disney. Shaking my head.
Wonder how many logos were in Wish. It's a
God,
shame no one will ever
Enough.
see it to be able to tell.
Too many.
didn't you
I
see?
No
That's
one will
Wish.
ever be able to tell. No, you
I
didn't.
saw Wish. Yeah, I did. And I remember that there were supposed to be 7 dwarves, and nobody knows any of them.
I
Oh,
know
man,
that
this
there
will
was
not
like
exist.
there was characters that were meant to reference them, but they were just 7 regular people.
Yeah, they were just 7 normal ass dudes.
No, White.
But I think
That's
some of
7
them are
clever
girls,
points.
but yeah.
So, oh yeah, good point. Yes.
7.
Listen,
dwarf-
I'm gonna
Dwarves
show
girls?
you.
That's woke.
Ah, my woke
Girls can't be
dwarves.
dwarves, but they weren't dwarves. They were just normies.
I'm gonna show you an image of Snow White and the 7 clever boys, and you're gonna have to live with it.
I refuse. You know why I refuse? I can't even look at it if I
Why?
want to, because I'm busy playing Hotline Miami.
Heyo.
I'm busy with Jerry duty.
Jerry dude.
The loved drill tweet, Jerry duty. Okay,
If
I've
they
got
have a
this. I've got
little
this.
logo, are they supposed to do something?
Jerry duty.
I like when you don't have any sort of power-ups, your only way to interact with things is just punch.
That's true of me as well. Okay, I'm making you all look at Snow White and the 7 clever boys.
I'm not looking.
Robot on coffee. So wait, there's a naked PS5 and you need to get the Kaiba jacket for it?
Yeah, no, the PS5 got jacked at the beginning, so you need to put your PS5 back together and get it
I
the
love
Kaiba
Chick Man.
jacket.
But yes, please please feast your, if you are in the Discord, please feast your eyes upon Snow White and the Seven Clever Boys.
No,
So-
watch me play Hotline instead.
No.
I just had to refresh my app because sometimes it freezes when I'm on call.
Mm. Well, it was worth it. Look at this beauty.
I don't. I think I regret looking a little bit.
That makes sense. Beat doesn't get to know what it looks like
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
because Beat's a coward.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that's a sign of cowardice. I feel like that's a sign of.
You're not really ready
knowledge.
to accept the Seven Clever Boys into your life.
Yeah. All right, fine.
Can you go
fine.
door to door and tell people about the 7 clever boys?
I will look at these clever boys. Are they in general?
Yes.
Yeah, they're in general.
Jesus Christ! Holy shit! They didn't get sued for this.
No, they did not.
Amazing, truly spectacular.
Well, Snow White.
Like that
It's
wouldn't
like-
stop. That wouldn't stop Disney just for the fact that Snow White's in the public domain. But
Yeah. I was like, they don't own that. Well, technically.
I mean,
Like-
like the design for Doc, I'm sure they could make some sort of claim to. I don't think that's hit public domain yet.
Yeah,
has.
like
Like,
Like
they could say
that
that
and, like,
they could
giraffes.
probably say, "Oh yeah, no, those are our versions of the dwarves."
Yeah, no, Disney did
There
create
would
the
be-
unique dwarves, so to speak.
there would be a fair argument that this design is too close for comfort.
Yeah, like they could probably make that argument.
horse.
You can unlock art of a gotcha machine.
I don't feel
Good
like that's something
lord.
that should be unlocked. I feel like that should be
Why?
illegal.
Why?
Like art of a gotcha machine. Could you get more corporate than that?
Nope.
Okay. Looking at this this PlayStation 2 game with the shitty 3D models makes me think of the Tomorrow Girl thing that I mentioned yesterday.
Oh God!
Tomorrow Girl will never die. Tomorrow
Okay.
Girl.
Tomorrow never.
So I just want to say another complaint about this game is you've got this sort of trophy mode where you can see these characters, and I get that they have their silly puns, like, you know, spinning marsupial, not to be
I feel
confused
like-
with naughty dog.
I
But
feel like calling them puns is an absolute overstatement.
fair. But like
references.
my problem is vaguely like they're unless it's unlockable, which is possible. But my problem is that like in Smash Brothers, when you had like the trophies, they give you like a full explanation of where this came from and whatever, where it was kind of like yeah, we might make a silly
We were
joke
taught
about
to care
like,
about things that you shouldn't like. You know, that's the reason that shit like Americans were suddenly like, why can't I play Fire Emblem?
right, exactly. Like you care about it because it's like, hey, here's this thing that's standing
It's treated
shoulder
like
to
something you
shoulder
should
with
care
your
about.
favorite games.
Yeah.
Maybe you would enjoy this other thing that was similar. And here they're just like, maybe it's not a naughty dog or whatever the hell. Like, I don't know. Go on the
Like,
internet,
it just
stupid. You
assumes
can
that
figure
you
it out on
already
your
know
own.
and care about this, and like, especially for you know this game's presumable target audience of 10-year-olds. A lot of these are going to be I've never heard of or seen this in my life.
Right, yeah, I was going to say, like Chromes, what is your experience with Crash Bandicoot?
There's like, it was a meme like when I was a kid.
It was a
Yeah.
I never
meme.
actually played it.
It did, like, Crash Bandicoot I'm not calling out simply because there was a recent-ish, very high-selling, like, not recent, but, like, you can still buy it, very high-selling collection of the first 3 games.
Also, the fourth
and-
game.
Yeah.
And the fourth, yeah. And
Yeah, the
new
racing
4.
game I think was actually popular recently.
The racing game, like, all of those are still in circulation. But you look at something like Jack, and it's like, there hasn't been a new one of those in, like,
Since PSP.
16 years. There's no modern constituency for it, and this is one of your opportunities to like look at your have someone look at your back catalog and give a shit. And nah, we're not going to contextualize that. If you
We have
don't
decided
remember what
not
Jack,
to do that.
if you don't remember the name Jack and Daxter, the precursor legacy, you have absolutely no reason to even understand what that sentence means.
And I was going to say that's also one single game. Like that was also the game they were ashamed of.
Where's remember when they licensed the Queens of the Stone Age track for Jack X Combat Racing?
That is incredible. Which one?
This doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, no. The game
should
came
it.
out before you were born, and Queens of the Stone Age were popular before you were born. Let's see, I'm trying to remember. It was one of the songs for the deaf. Like it was.
I feel like
it was
like
the big one.
I feel like more like video game franchises that like want to be timeless should like license songs that are absolutely in the moment. Just like as a general policy. Ooh, machine gun. I'm going to kill so many people.
For the record, Beat is playing another game. He's not just a psychopath.
I mean, I am,
Well.
but like, let's not get carried away here.
This Wikipedia paragraph was not something I was expecting to read when I was looking up Jack X Combat Racing. The soundtrack for the game was composed primarily by Bill Howardell of A Perfect Circle, with assistance from members of various other bands, including The Crystal Method, Limp Bizkit, Tool, The Offspring, Faith No More, Nine Inch Nails, and Queens of the Stone Age.
That is
Limp
quite the
Bizkit.
list.
That is an extreme, like that is a murderer's row of bands that you would be familiar with in the aughts.
Okay, I just need to point out the fact that I now have a dog that has a jetpack. I'm not like
Oh, it's Rush.
like it's whimsical, but it's weird with it's like I don't understand if there's like a
Why is
basis
it a
for
dog?
this.
Go, chapter clear. Oh, I guess I should grab shotgun.
Beat's gonna lose his shit when there's an Astro Bot with Hotline Miami Man on it.
I
Chicken
really
face.
will. Like, I will switch over to the other screen. Hey, buddy, one more time. Yeah, that's right. Violence. I love this.
Yeah, that's right.
This is my
Violet.
favorite thing to do in Hotline Miami. Anybody who's looking, you'll see it and you'll be like, oh, yes, of course Beat's doing this shit. Why wouldn't he be?
For those of you just joining us, this is the 4-year anniversary of Even Worse Streams.
I am celebrating the only way
Four
I
more
know.
years. 4 more
Oh,
years.
God.
God, it was an election year when we started, huh?
Yeah, kind of.
Another
was.
reason we didn't want to be looking at things.
Yeah, really. God.
We all needed an out.
We all needed an out.
So dread like Rustin.
You hesitated, Bob. That's why you fell.
Bob, I
Coward.
can't why would you make that such an obvious mistake, Bob? We're all so mad at you.
This is why you.
Don't worry though, we were mad at you before you made that mistake, and we'll be
Yeah,
mad
we-
at you after you correct it.
Yeah, you are supposed to be under the impression that like you can redeem yourself. You can't. It's not an option for you.
What is the win condition for Even Worse Streams?
The only winning
Well-
move is not to play.
There's legends. There are stories of a version of Goggle Bob that stopped getting bullied. But that can't be right.
Why does the controller keep wiggling? Is it reacting to your motions, Bob?
I guess. Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Because I need more scrap.
Needs more junk. Whoa yo yo, whoa yo yo yo, whoa yo 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 yo.
I don't know why you remind me
damn
of the music from the Clone High musical.
There was a clone.
I don't-
know Never mind.
Yeah,
It was in
I'm
the first
thinking-
season.
I'm thinking Buffalo Soldier, as has happened repeatedly over the past few weeks.
They do a way yo 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 yo.
Ah, damn it. Okay.
I'm allowed to
This
hit
time will
you
be
with
it.
a tire iron now.
I need bullets on this thing.
Do not
shit.
disrespectfully
Enough.
grade Bob Marley.
I very much hit the wrong button.
Why was oh lord. Good job, Astro Bob.
It happened.
Darn it.
Did you go back
Good
and
thing they
not have
reset
it
all
happen?
reset all the junk that was on the floor.
I mean, this is the kind of game I appreciate where, like, you can die, but, like, it's only a minor setback.
Yeah, no, it's press R to restart. In its purest form.
You're about to fly off again, aren't you?
I think Crash Bandicoot was also referenced in like a cartoon I watched.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I think he was technically
There's-
referenced in The Simpsons at one point.
Yeah,
He was as Dash Dingo.
Yes, there you go. I remember there was something
Lisa-
distinct about it.
Lisa got addicted to him.
And they made an extremely tasteless joke about dingoes eating babies.
That is
Man.
very tasteless, actually. I'm
Yeah.
surprised.
Oh, hey, you can throw something in that hoop. I bet you get a special reward.
That's what I was thinking.
Hey,
Oh my fucking god. You get a
You do
trophy
not.
called Jammer Slammy.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh,
I know,
God.
God. Just give me another Jammer Lammy game. Shut your fucking face.
Where's Vibri? Can't
Jammer Lammy was too good for this world.
Can't Jammer anymore because of woke.
come
Can't
on,
even
welcome to
unjammer
the
anymore.
Unjammer Slam.
Wait, why did it do that to you?
I don't know.
All right.
Because of woke.
Because of
Astro Bot has a hard day because of woke. Actually, what was the woke complaint about this game or whatever the fuck?
Oh,
I don't think
it
there's-
wasn't a woke complaint so much as a how dare you give this game the same score you gave Hellblade 2 when
What?
Hellblade 2 looks different.
Hellblade 2 or Last of Us 2 or like a million other things. I've seen
Yeah.
I've seen this complaint for like 5 million AAA games about being sad.
God, this dude just got incinerated.
Rip.
I, on the other hand, have zero complaints because I'm busy making heads explode.
I mean, like the old
Stop
standard.
wiggling the
of-
controller. God damn you.
Darn it. Okay, I'm gonna beat this one this time. It's gonna be
the,
it.
the old standard of we use the same thing to judge the latest Castlevania release is we do a game where somebody's daughter dies of malnutrition while you can do nothing or whatever the fuck happens in sad games.
All right.
It does always come off as weird.
Okay, you say that, but
We
the
do that with
entire
movies, too.
scale is basically wasn't good at what it was trying to do, right?
Do I recommend this experience?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
no, I
don't
mean that's
feel
always
like
my standard is would I play this game again?
I don't feel like it's a insane thing to say a game that was a pixel styled platformer is good, and then to later say this game about a sad man making a poor choice is also good. Good is a perfectly acceptable word in both those cases.
A sad man making a poor choice. Disco Elysium?
I was actually referring
Sometimes he's
to
making
Last
good
of Us,
choices.
but yes. There we go.
Sometimes Harrier is making good choices.
Yeah, but
He can choose to get off. He can choose to kick his addictions. That's always that can work out well for him sometimes.
Sometimes.
occasionally. Come on. Asshole. Yo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on. Stop. Asshole.
He's very excited about combos.
I love combos. Combos are good. I like it when the number gets bigger.
What if the number got smaller, though?
That would make me sad.
Take away Beats numbers.
No. Numbers are all I'm good at.
I already took away 4. Keep talking and you're losing 7.
Oh.
4 and 7. How are you going to even get through the day?
Okay, Goggle Bob, you've just lost 3.
See, now you know what it's like. Come over here.
A cool pooch with the power of self-belief.
Fucking Parappa the Rapper.
Hey, remember how his voice actor's a dirtbag?
I did not know
I
that.
don't.
Yeah, there was like
happens?
some period where like fans paid him to be in some sort of like fan animation, and he took the money and did not provide anything.
That seems kind of mean.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. Second time.
I like that this game has some very dedicated like photo booth moments, and it should just pop up and say, "You could post this to Twitter if that was still possible."
I don't know why you were being shat upon by pigeons.
Oh, I
God.
can. Pigeons are assholes.
Let them have a different colored backpack. Fuck you.
The number one complaint of the night.
These little robots deserve more than one color of backpack.
Robot.
Robotussin.
Let's do it this way. Hey, come over here. I do this one. There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna be curious in playing this game how often a gimmick comes back or is repeated, or is what's the word I'm looking for? Like,
I mean, they clearly won a galaxy yet, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of them don't come back.
that's what I'm thinking is that they won't. Forgot that was not the button to press.
God damn it.
Gotta look out for that.
Do you? Because your actions indicate that you don't.
That's right. I'm gonna go down there.
Whoa yo yo, whoa yo yo yo, whoa yo 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 yo.
Yeah, this is
Jigsaw.
an appropriate level of adorable.
Which
Oh,
part?
that
The
made
part
it
where you
last.
murdered a bunch of things?
What was that?
Which part? The part where you murdered a bunch of things?
Yes.
Whoa yo yo, whoa yo yo.
I died trying to save my favorite musician.
Oh yeah, it is Lemmy. My guitar is in my mind.
It's not like I've never
Shredding
played
sheep.
on Jammerlammy.
Yeah, so that's at least a good. That's at least a decent. Oh, I thought you said fretting sheep, and that was a better pun.
Oh yeah, no, it would be. Really can't disagree with that.
But so Lammy's gimmick is being like a complete, essentially a complete basket case. and but being good at guitars, and so like dealing with unfamiliar situations by just like imagining that it's basically the same as playing a guitar. So repeatedly in the story, she will start a stage by saying, "My guitar is in my mind."
And one of those unfamiliar situations is literally going to hell.
It's true. That does happen.
Most people aren't familiar with that. That's
Yeah,
fair.
no, that's
You know
something like I think you need a little
If I
extra
suddenly found myself in hell,
confidence.
I would be like, "Wow, this is weird. I don't know what to do with this."
Hey, I was trying to avoid this.
Do not appreciate.
Thought I was doing pretty good, but I guess not.
If you fail that level, you are told that you should be banned from every game. And Goggle Bob should be banned from every game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I
Every
think my
time I find the
ultimate
Goggle
fear
Bob
is
is
having to
allowed
play a
to play a
rhythm
game.
game on the stream.
Do it. Play Jammer. Get banned from every game.
Can you even play that now with modern TVs?
It doesn't work well.
You can,
can
it's
play
just
the,
not enjoyable.
You could use the specialized MAME to stream the arcade version of Jammer Lammy.
Oh god.
Wow.
I was so excited when that became emulated.
And that finally dumped. Because there were like 5 cabinets in existence.
Yeah, pretty much. Like
Not
that
an
was definitely
exaggeration.
big on the level of like you will never get to play those.
I was very excited to watch it. Really, the majority of the new content is a parappa version of the first level and like 30 solid minutes of Joe Chin content. Which I'm not complaining about. It was just fascinating.
Like this is what they chose to develop.
It's 30 solid minutes of Joe Chin infomercials.
To be watched in an arcade.
Never use Joe Chin's change for them, no.
Think we're headed toward a King Kong boss, just a guess here.
Darn it! It's doing so well.
Why is this not the ape escape level?
I'm just imagining if like this was Donkey Kong and then everything like another level was like you having to fight Master Chief or whatever.
For some reason, my brain autocorrected Master Chief to Master Shake.
I would also accept that.
Yep.
Yeah, wait, where is our freaking like Adult Swim Smash Brothers game?
Not ready for that. And I don't think that the world is ready for like Assy McGee to show up.
Well, we had the Harvey Birdman Ace Attorney game.
From Capcom.
Yeah, that was.
Well, published by
That was a
Capcom,
gift.
developed by High Voltage Software.
Yeah.
But published by Capcom enough that Dhalsim's in it.
And Guile and a bunch of other Street Fighters.
Well, if you're gonna do a
Buddy,
Adult Swim game,
Notice me.
you'd need the
Notice
cast
me.
of C-Lab 2020 or
You
2021,
would.
excuse me.
Oh, absolutely.
And it just wouldn't be the same without Captain Murphy in it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's just like the lack of Hank Gauze is, well, soul destroying, really.
We wouldn't have an Adrian Barbeau bot.
Oh,
The Barbobot.
There we go. And I kept the crowbar the whole time.
Oh,
When will you get to fight the ultimate PlayStation villain? PlayStation 3.
Well, the PS3 has no game, so why would it be in a game? Makes no sense.
Heyo. Speaking of things being a meme,
Is it a meme if it's true?
Breakman points out that, oh man, C-Lab 2021 is set in the past now.
Yep.
yeah.
I know, right?
Well, I always found the funniest thing in my mind was if you ever read the like details on C-Lab 2021, the idea was like the internal documents of it, not that they really paid too much attention to it, but the internal concept of it was that after C-Lab 2020, they had spent all that time under the sea sequestered together. So they basically went insane, and that's why it was C-Lab 2021. And like the concept was these were the same characters, just all that time quarantined
Had
together,
driven them insane.
they went nuts. And then the actual 2020, you may remember we all spent a lot of time
No, I don't.
indoors.
I'm choosing not
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. Okay. That actually makes a lot more sense.
No, it all tracks.
So the thing that's been weird to me, is that
Banana.
everything else in this. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, we got there.
Spike and Ape Escape Man. Peepo Saru. I don't know why they eventually retconned that like Spike had like a bunch of blonde locks at the front of his head.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he went banana Super Saiyan.
They've been doing that since like Million Monkeys or whatever. They just never like they're just. I don't know why. I don't know why.
It was always part of the directorial vision, but they just didn't have the technology.
They did insert it into the PSP game that misses the point deeply by virtue of being a game with no second analog stick.
This looks, yeah, really. This looks promising. Apes on the loose.
Yeah, Ape Escape on the loose for the play. Oh, all of these are cameos somehow.
I'm guessing it's going to be nothing but apes.
Isn't this just some monkey catching action?
I hate every ape I see.
From chimpanzee to chimpanzee.
You'll never make
a monkey out of me.
Oh my god! I was
was
wrong.
wrong.
It was
It was
Earth
Earth
all
all
along.
along.
Guess you
Oh,
finally made a monkey. Yes, we
Yes, we
finally
finally made a monkey.
Yes,
Oh, you
we
finally made a monkey out of me.
I love you, Dr.
I love
Zayas.
you, Dr. Zayas.
What?
Well, we couldn't have done that in least rhythm if we tried.
I was not willing to try to work with you on this. Okay, you get to be Spike now. The Spike
Real
robot
Spike.
said, I'm sick of this, and made you Spike
I
now.
need a nap.
Bonk.
Okay, so
Here.
these monkeys are just monkeys?
Some monkeys. just
Apparently they're
monkeys.
bots.
These things happen.
Like, I thought maybe when you caught them, they'd turn more bot-like, but they're just apes.
They've escaped. They should have made a reference to Ape Escape 2001. Oh, they're all just labeled Nervous Ape. That's boring.
Cheeky ape.
Remember when Ape Escape, they made like a Twitter account for like the 20th anniversary of Ape Escape?
I
And
do
it was-
not
oh,
remember
Okay,
that.
some of them aren't just Nervous Ape. Okay, good. It's for like the 20th anniversary of Ape Escape. And they were just, and it's just like, hey, stay tuned for announcements throughout the year. And they did like a few posts of like people in like the Ape Escape suits, like the monkey suits or whatever. And then at the end of the year, they were just like, hey,
Manic
thanks for following, and then left. Shut down the account.
You always wonder if those
Well, the-
things, like, they were planning on doing a game or something,
Oh, I'm
and then
sure
just
something
didn't get
was
around to it.
planned.
Yeah, they something was like in the works, and then it got killed like in committee or somewhere. Just never seen
Yeah.
again.
He's gonna be.
Wait, Aerial Ape did not leave the ground.
What were you saying, Jeanie?
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say he's gonna make a monkey out of Bob there.
I will
Yeah.
leave no ape to escape.
Anyone
Apes
else
already
here ever-
escaped.
Anyone else here ever play Ape Escape 2001?
No.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
That was a Japan only Ape Escape where you had to vacuum their pants off to put them in a giant washing machine.
Of course.
I don't like that.
Okay.
Goofy ape. Get your hands off me, you dirty ape.
Oh my God, the Statue of Liberty.
Dr. Science, Dr. Science.
Liberape.
Dr. Science, Dr. Science. Oh, Dr. Science. Science, Dr. Science.
Yeah, I was reading, somebody was recently commenting on Twitter, and recently could be any time within the last 6 months. But somebody was recently commenting on Twitter, like, pointing out the fact that, like, they didn't have to go so hard on the, you know, Planet of the Apes, the musical, but they absolutely did. And it was amazing.
They didn't have to remember Rock Me Amadeus.
Yes. Ooh. I mean, like, those are, like, in a manner of speaking, other than just confirming that Troy McClure is just insane, like, literally nothing about that really enhances the story on any level.
The old story I always heard was that they really liked anything that was a song, because songs were typically not rewritten at any stage of production.
They were not rewritten, and theoretically they could, like, get, like, an additional time every time it played or whatever, because of the way it's copyrighted.
Yeah, because of the rights around them. Okay, I'm now listening to Rock Me Amadeus.
Of course.
God bless you, Falco.
I wonder how much of this game was like, we want to make a new Ape Escape game, but we only want to make one level.
We want to make a new Ape Escape game, but the 90% of the people who used to make those
Yeah,
were
there
just
you go. I knew you
fired
were-
for no reason.
I knew Bob was going to fall off the nettle.
Thought about the so I felt sad when I saw someone bring up, like, just like how many of the people who like how many games referenced here have had their teams just capriciously laid off by Sony higher ups at one point or another.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
that is one. I mean, like, if we get to a freaking Tokyo Jungle level, I'm gonna be so mad.
Like
That
I'll
is the
bring up.
number-
Oh god.
That is a number in the double digits.
Yeah, like
Like, easily in the double digits.
let's see, but yeah, like Ape Escape was Japan Studio. That doesn't exist anymore. The Team Asobi, the developer of this, was like the only thing to survive that entire studio being laid off. Wonder if they'll reference Bloodborne.
God, that just seems... As I'm playing the Ape Escape level, that seems so totally wrong.
I'm not just looking up everything that's referenced.
What is this?
I didn't even think God of War had this many characters. What the fuck?
God of War has infinite characters because it has the entire Greek pantheon and now the entire Norse pantheon.
More like Geek Pantheon. Looking at this,
Or-
and I can't. I'm looking at this thing trying to. The fuck is this? That's not a real game.
I mean, I just remember when we did, what was the name of it? The PlayStation All-Stars, and like a backup character for Kratos was like Zeus, and it was like, who played God of War and was like, oh man, I want to play as Zeus. Like-
Oh yeah, that was absolutely Sony being like, you need to pick characters from God of War because God of War is big. Okay, so one of the cameos I'm seeing here is a character from something called Concrete Jeanie.
Oh yeah, I have that game.
What?
I got that for
I
$8.
did not
Good.
know that existed.
Yeah, that was like a Black Friday, like, buy 6 games, get the 7th free, and I bought a bunch of games for like $16.
Okay, we've
It,
got
it
the awful
had nice
creature from
neon
the last
colors. I
part
like
of it.
colors. All right, so we rescued the memory of PlayStation 5.
Do we need to?
Good
I don't feel
lord.
like we have to.
Sir Francis Drake, deceased.
What is? We're
Oh,
going to
God,
actually
Nick.
install memory in a PlayStation 5. This is something.
Beyond Two Souls, go fuck yourself.
Oh wait, Beyond Two Souls got a reference? Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
Fuck. Fuck David Cage.
David Cage is like one of those guys who like has feelings and you know that they can be hurt. And that's important. That's an important distinction, I feel. Because like I don't think I can say the same about
Only
Neil.
for legal reasons.
I don't feel like I can say the same about Neil Druckmann.
Neil Druckmann has feelings that can be hurt, and that's the only explanation for why he's like built such a protective layer of shells around him.
Yeah.
But what I will say is
point, yeah.
it's very weird to me to see that like the representatives I'm seeing for Last of Us are Joel, Ellie, and Infected, and not the other playable character from Last of Us 2.
Is that a
who?
spoiler?
Who's
Kind
the other
of?
playable character?
Her name was like Abby. She's like she and Ellie were trying to kill each other.
Oh, okay. I remember
Okay,
hearing
we've-
about that, and I just didn't care.
But does
I've
that
run
mean that they're just
into-
not referencing 2 at all?
I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. Like the Ellie I'm seeing, it's impossible to say whether it's supposed to be 1 or 2 because it's an Astro Bot.
Robots.
So there's a Demon Souls man. So there's another one where like the team got laid off. Sackboy, there's another one where the team got laid off. Blob from Loco Roco, team got laid off.
I'll remember
Baseball
Loco
player
Roco.
from MLB The Show.
Pfft.
Jester Rogue, go fuck yourself.
Who didn't get laid off?
It's a good
There's
A
question.
lot of these are Japan. A lot of these are Japan studio who all got laid off at once. So like, I just saw Shadow of the Colossus team got laid off.
Oh shit, really? Them too?
Yeah, because they were Japan studio. Shibito from Siren, Japan studio. Sly Cooper. Eco from Japan studio.
Ego. That name sounds familiar.
Eco?
Eco,
Yeah.
the game made by the Shadow
Horned
of the
Boy.
Colossus dude.
Vibri from Vibriben. Ori Noriori. Jesus. Razio from Legacy of Kain?
Ve
Hey,
Victus.
Victus.
No, it's Kain
Thank
that
you,
likes Big
Jeanie.
Victim. Incredible Crisis. Spike from Ape Escape. For Daniel Fortescue, team got laid off. Let's see. Polygon Man.
Is there any
Okay.
Jumping Flash references in there?
I'm looking. There's a lot of these. Alundra, fuck off.
Lundra? Alundra's in there?
Yeah, for some reason. That wasn't even. It's like Sony didn't even fucking make that. There's a ton of these that Sony didn't make, but it's weird to go to the trouble of tracking down who owns Alundra at this stage.
they just figured they'd throw Lundra in there and it would probably work out.
Woob from Intelligent Woob.
I was gonna say whoever owns it will probably, if they really care, they'll complain and we'll fix it then.
It's easier to ask forgiveness than permission.
It's like some kind of beautiful dream. Dude, Alundra being in there, just
And
something about that makes me happy.
it's weird. It's fucking weird. Wipeout team got fired. The
Any reference to the Lemmings?
I have not found that yet, although technically they do own it. Soccer player from This Is Football. Snowboarder from Pool Boarders.
Oh, that's a long gone game.
Yeah, that wasn't even very good at the time. Reiko from Ridge Racer, Ark from Mark the Lad.
Wow.
Now that's.
I mean, they own that lock, stock, and barrel.
Look, it's the Ark from Ark the Lad.
Made famous by working designs.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking for the Lundra.
Ark is himself. The
Get some
lad.
goddamn Lunar in there.
Oh, don't
golfer
make me
from-
cry, Bob.
Golfer from Hot Shots Golf. They cut ties with that studio a few years ago.
I guess they still own the IP, or
Oh, they definitely
I'll
own the
say-
IP.
Okay,
Okay, there
right.
you
Yeah,
go.
they own it, or everybody. It's called Everybody's Golf now, but that's what it was always called in Japan and Europe. And but like the first one was developed by Camelot, who also did like Golden Sun and Mario Golf. But after
know.
the first one, I'm telling Beat, they went
don't
to
care.
Okay.
The short version is for 20 solid years. They were developed by a company called Clap Hands, who hasn't worked with them in 5 years.
fair enough.
Okay, Samanosuke from Onimusha. Well, I guess he didn't have to license his face.
What mask are you using again?
What's that?
Beat, what mask are you using?
Brandon.
Oh, okay, Rand. Okay.
Mad Maestro, fuck off.
Yay, Mad Maestro!
Mad Maestro's not even good. Okay, there is Dark Cloud 2 representation,
Hey.
Interesting.
but it seems to only be the boy.
Oh.
The boy.
Aw.
Yeah, I was figuring that your response would be okay, one of these Astro Bots, but as a horse, is deeply unwholesome. Buzz from Buzz the Mega Quiz.
Finally.
Otapone. Another Demon Soul.
Any Wild Arms characters?
Rudy Rough Knight is the only one I've seen so far.
No, that's something.
Yep. Breakman mentioned him in the chat.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, Bloodborne is in here. God, stop showing me David Cage games. Bean from Fall Guys.
Seriously.
Tony Ibo. I suppose,
Yeah.
like, Astrobots are basically just Ibos.
Yeah, yeah.
It's full of rats. Nobody washes it.
That's Asimo.
Whatever. Same fucking thing.
Okay, Bob, you're gonna get angry at some point because there is a Pomeranian that's supposed to be the one from Tokyo Jungle.
Okay, so there is Tokyo Jungle reference in there.
Mm-hmm.
Boo.
Mr. Mosquito? What?
Wow.
And they
Why not?
represented by a robot a robot in a bathtub being marauded by a tiny robot.
What in the fuck?
No, that sounds correct. From what little I remember about Mr. Mosquito.
So you've got the little gotchas and you can do stuff. Is there... I'm trying to figure out, does anybody see anywhere, like, you can, like, play dress up or something? Like, or am I just stuck as this little blue dude?
I stuck as a little blue dude.
Like, I kind of assume there have to be costumes and stuff.
Yeah, they're all in the other guys.
Oh.
And, like, people come up with these little question marks, but don't know how to interact with that.
Press the PlayStation button.
Well, that just take him back to like menu?
PlayStation.
Yeah, nope. That doesn't do it.
Oh,
Who
we
keeps
just lost
joining and
fanboy.
leaving?
I like
Fanboy.
that.
I'm back.
Okay.
I mean, there is a certain part of my brain that gets, like, excited that there's, like, a little Solid Snake hanging out with Ape Escape, hanging out with Jack and Crash
Solid
Bandicoot.
Snake already hung out with Ape Escape.
I know that. That's why
Yep.
part of it is like remember the good times.
Isn't this just some monkey catching action?
I like that they
Remember
kind of have the
bears.
have and have nots because there's like all the little nobodies like kind of grouped together.
The idea of like splitting up PlayStation characters into have and have nots is upsetting to me for reasons
mean-
I'm having trouble defining.
It feels appropriate that Lammy accidentally wound up with the have nots.
I mean,
I was
I
not.
cannot imagine like a more apt description for her.
I was not expecting when I went through this list of cameos that there's no Twisted Metal in this at all.
Odd. I wasn't.
There is an ongoing Twisted Metal television show. See.
Did anybody
They could
watch
do
that?
sweet-
Is that still happening?
It was
Apparently,
it was the second highest rated opening for Peacock.
apparently it's a
Someone
lot of fun.
watched it.
You know what? I'm gonna choose to believe you just said real words.
I'm disappointed at no Connecticut representation.
Connecticut.
I feel like that we were owed that.
Was Connecticut the villain from Mortal Kombat 10?
Yes.
Say Peacock and no one bats an eye.
We just have to live with Peacock. Let's see. I'm thinking of like other things that Sony owns that have been left in the cold.
Speaking of cold, I'm eating ice cream right now.
Oh,
Yay!
delicious.
Is it good ice cream?
Pretty good ice cream. It's
Nice.
pumpkin spice latte.
Oh,
Ooh.
that sounds nice.
Wasn't even
Yeah,
aware
it's
that
kind
was an ice cream flavor.
Well, it's kind of a Neapolitan style thing
Ah,
where it's got
neat.
pumpkin, vanilla, and coffee flavors.
hell yeah.
Oh, that's actually
That's a
pretty
good
damn
variety.
cool.
There's an ice cream place downtown that has cinnamon flavored ice cream, and that's really nice. I wish more places
Ooh.
did that.
That'd be really good in a rubber float.
Hmm. I think they do floats. I've just never bothered. But let's see.
There's got to be somewhere you can like look at your trophies.
Never.
The way it's so shaky when you're looking at it, I'm assuming that like
motion controlled.
it's motion controlled,
Yeah.
which disgusting choice. Also, I am back to actually watching your stream, Goggle Bob. You're welcome.
Hey, what
I
other things
appreciate
can I
it.
complain don't have representation? Gran Turismo.
What would that even be?
It's just like
That's
a
why I'm
car.
saying that it's silly to complain about, but I think it's funny to complain about.
It is actually quite fun to.
Oh,
complain
Motor
about, I
Tune
think.
Grand Prix. There's no Motor Tune Grand Prix. There's no Omega Boost. It's almost like they think Polyphony Digital never made anything before Gran Turismo.
Or sense.
Okay, so some
my
of these
God.
guys do get additional items. Like I am betting that Lammy gets a guitar, and that's just a thing.
Apparently, Ratchet eventually gets a Clank.
Yeah, well, we definitely got a Jack and Daxter together.
Yeah. So yeah,
Ratchet
and
gets a
Robert is
Clank.
in here.
All right, at least feel better about that.
That's good.
I think the thing that fucks with me is that of all the ones you've gotten so far, Crash Bandicoot is the only one with like a complete face of his own, not counting the episode.
All the ones that were like licensed out seem to be more likely to have gotten a complete face as like some sort of probably approval rights.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This
Spyro's
needs to
the
not look
same
like
way.
shit. Can you make it not look like shit?
Yeah, because
Man,
Spyro's
Spyro's
the same
in-
way. Yeah, Spyro's in here.
Poor Spyro.
Rip Spyro.
He did not deserve to be banished off of the Skylanders universe.
I mean, at least you could own a
like the same
Skyro. A
animation.
Skyro. Yeah, a Skyro.
Spyro. Yeah, but the Spyro toy that you got was like the ugliest creature you've ever seen in your life.
I acknowledge that. But it's kind of like the fact that the freaking Starlink meant I could finally have like a decent.
Yeah, but that looked like an R-Wing.
Yes.
Whereas, like, Spyro looks like he had horrible medical experiments performed upon him. Wow, you're bad at piloting.
I forgot that it was controlled by the controller.
Go Archipelago. Go Gadget.
Getting some real Xenoblade Chronicles 1 vibes here
Yeah, I can see
from
it.
the monastery.
Take me to the Bionis' knee.
One of these days I'll finish the Xenoblade series.
I recommend it. It's quite
400
good.
hours later.
Yeah, I'm about 100 hours into Chronicles 1.
Mhm.
Trying to get Shulk's last skill tree, and I just kind of... No, I don't want to go for all that effort.
It's a lot of work.
I mean, that is kind of the thing. Like when Xenoblade Chronicles 3 came out, I was very excited about the plot as they presented it from the trailers, which I will maintain is I did still like it, but there were general odds I wouldn't. But I will admit that I was excited to play that game, and also kind of looked at it like this is going to be a lot of work, and I know it's going to be a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is going to be 100 hours of my life, and it did wind up being almost exactly 100 hours of my life.
Buffalo Soldier.
But at least the music is so good.
No question there.
X never marks the spot.
That's
Wait, I'm
when
sorry,
it
we had an entire Ape Escape level, and now we're getting a monkey backpack?
does.
Monkey.
Okay, back in a moment.
Oh, I have to... Wait, what?
Left trigger sends to left arm. Right trigger sends to right arm.
Oh, okay. It's the opposite of what I would expect it to be. What was it? Oh, Hi-Fi Rush was a game I was playing recently. And in exactly one area in one level, about halfway through the game, there is a part where you're being chased by an instant death laser, and you have to do all the things you normally do, but under the time limit of you will get hit by an instant death laser if you don't do it fast enough. And that is the only part in the game where there's any sort of a time limit on what you're doing. And I found that really weird in retrospect. I only bring this up in case there's, like, a point coming up where I have to, like, you know, do this monkey climb thing under the gun or something.
Death laser.
You gotta look out for those. And it is an instant death
Yeah,
laser, which in
it's
Hi-Fi
common.
Rush there are very few things that kill you instantly. It's just a really weird kind of out-of-place thing.
Common occurrence.
Death laser,
the
many
death
such
laser.
things.
Okay, so I'm back. I was gone for like 2 minutes. Who's your monkey friend?
It's just my latest backpack acquisition. Lets me
Is he a
climb up
reference to
banana
some famous-
things.
Is he a reference to some famous video game monkey, or is he a reference to addiction, sometimes referred to as the monkey on your back?
Oh, I guess it's just the monkey. I mean, we did just unlock a gotcha thing.
Monkey.
I'm so fucking angry. Wait, is this the fucking Origami King?
No?
I'm just seeing like long accordion arms and going, wait a second. I don't know.
There we go. We got
Yeah, I gotta
rocks.
say, the sheer amount of like the PlayStation controller in this game is kind of throwing me, because I don't know how to put this. Tooltips are very common in video games, right? Like that's just normal ass shit. but like every single time it's displayed here, which button you have to push, it's the entire controller. Whereas like in Breath of the Wild, for example, it shows basically like the 4 buttons and just has the one you're supposed to push indicated. It's very strange to me. I don't understand it.
Well, I mean, this is 100% a game that does not want you to ever forget that you're playing a PlayStation game. So that might be a factor.
That'll become fucking hilarious when they cut their losses and release it on PC 2 years from now.
I mean, it feels more like a Switch game. It'll be the exact same game, except 2 of the robots are now Mario.
I want to say, you said it feels like a Switch game. This is like where the graphics purists will probably get on my case, but I look at this and I look at like, a good Switch game, and I don't see enough difference to care. Like I see differences, but they are not like enough for me to be like, oh, well, this would affect my purchasing decision.
But have you seen the particle effects?
I guess, but like, I was playing Tears of the Kingdom earlier this week. Well, no, it's Sunday. I was playing it last week, and it has good particle effects too. I guess. I don't know. I feel like this game is not trying to be a graphics powerhouse, which is good, because that's a losing battle. But like, I don't know. I feel like the example that always is fresh in my mind is The Last of Us Part 1.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, I just realized what we rescued. Okay, go on.
What was that? Elfin Prisoner?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a big situation of you'll get there.
Took me a moment too.
Like, I'm looking at it like,
Yorda,
what exactly
right?
is... Oh.
What happened?
It was the girl from Eco.
Oh. This doesn't
That's
mean
it.
anything to me.
Yeah,
Exactly,
no,
and it
it's
shouldn't.
like kind of another of... I mean, that's the weird thing. Like, you play Smash Brothers, and it's like, oh shit, Mario's hanging out with Wario, and like later maybe we'll play like, WarioWare or something like that. Like, you play this game and you remember an old game, and you're like, oh yeah, that never happened again.
I think Mario hangs out with Wario normally. Like, that's not
Yeah.
not impressive.
Okay, Mario could hang out with Zelda. Now are you happy?
No, he's in the DLC for Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, exactly.
God damn it.
Look, this is a really easy one, Goggle Bob. All you have to do is Mario hang out with Sonic. Then when the Olympic series is over.
Yeah, the Olympics are over.
Yes, but so are the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games series.
I
And with it
completely
dies,
tuned out of the Olympics.
as did we all.
Were those games ever any good? I never got into them because I'm so allergic to sports.
They are, my understanding is they are more minigame collection than sports
Yep.
game collection.
And are they
which
good
is a
minigames?
shame. I understand they're at least okay. I don't know, man. I don't give a fuck.
Probably find one for $10, dude.
Yeah.
I
For
will
a
say they
while, I
probably
had a dumb vendetta against American football because I got stepped on someone while they were playing it. Like, I wasn't even playing it. Like, I was just sitting there, and then someone threw a football near me, and he just ran and stepped on me while trying to get it.
That sucks.
That was rude.
It was rude. And like since then, I've like, it's like I don't really care about it now, but like for a while, I had a really petty vendetta against American football.
Not unreasonable.
Yeah.
I make a point to once a year tell people if they are allowed to tell me that they are not watching the Super Bowl. That's the only opportunity they get. And
Once
that
a
is
year
my
being
petty
on the
vendetta.
Super Bowl.
On the Super Bowl day, yes. That is my petty vendetta against the people who posted on Facebook back in the day. Whatever, I'm not even watching the Super Bowl. Like, it made them special.
No,
I was like,
excuse me. They're
"Motherfucker,
not even watching the Superb Owl.
I'm just like, motherfucker, we all don't watch thousands of things every day. That's how cable works. You don't get to brag about this shit.
I mean, if you actually ever look it up, the Super Bowl, like, obviously a lot of people watch it, but it's not like uniting the world. A lot of people watch it. Just like a lot of people, like, it's generally popular. Like, that's the
Yes,
best
it's
description.
What are we talking about now?
The Super
Super
Bowl.
Oh, Super Balls.
Super balls.
Yeah, no, I was. It
The
was very
bounciest
funny to.
balls. Or,
It's very-
or we're talking about genitalia. One or the other. Take your pick.
As you
It was
do.
very funny. It was very funny to see the listing for who's doing the halftime show.
Oh, is it Kendrick Lamar? They've already
Of course, it's
confirmed that, huh?
Yeah.
Of course, it's Kendrick.
It's amazing that oh hey, it's the kid from
It's Aiko.
what do we call it?
Eco.
Or not Aiko. I always forget.
It's
His
Eco.
name is what's his face. This is the only
Longer.
Yeah, sure, that. This is the only like gross mispronunciation by Gogglebob I'll allow.
Mario.
Nope. No.
This is what you're letting into your life when you start letting Gogglebob grossly mispronounce things.
Mr. Germanwurch.
I mean, I get like Ico, because there's not like a fucking pronunciation guide on the box.
Now, speaking of
just saying
pronunciation guides, the Marvel vs. Capcom collection is coming out this week.
Well, on digital anyway.
I can pronounce cable.
You're gonna start saying
Wow.
cobble somehow.
Cobble. Cabal is a
Cobble,
character
yeah.
from Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
Cobble. We have technology beyond our own comprehension.
Marrow. Bonerang.
Did you just say Bonerang?
I said Bonerang. It's from Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
What an unfortunate name.
Bonerang.
Bangarang.
Wop 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 wop.
Remember when Bangarang was in the Sonic Boom trailer?
I do, and that was hilarious. I loved
Yeah,
that
no.
shit. People were like, "Why would they do that?" And I was like, "Why the fuck wouldn't they?"
That's way more entertaining than anything else involving that game was tardy too.
I thought that was for like the cartoon, which was probably
No, that was for the game.
Really? Huh?
Yeah. Only Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric banged that rang.
Is that the game that's like super glitched that you can beat it in 2 minutes?
It's the
It's
game
super
where-
fucked up, yeah.
It's the game where the first like speedrun strat that was found within hours of its release involved doing a jump move as Knuckles and then pausing and then just doing it again.
Yeah,
You can get
Knuckles had a
infinite
double
life.
jump that would be reset when you paused.
That sounds like such an obvious problem.
That game was super rushed because Sega had agreed to like 3 exclusive Wii U games.
Poor choice on the biggest part.
They had agreed to it before the thing came out on the assumption that surely this will do well because the Wii did well.
It seemed like it did not seem like the worst assumption at the time.
Hmm. But and so when that happened, they suddenly just started casting around for anything that they could just slop on there to fulfill the obligation. And so Sonic Boom, a game made for CryEngine and PS4 and Xbox, where CryEngine is a natively supported platform, was absolutely fucking hosed when it came to time to make it a Wii U exclusive and rapidly release it as fast as possible.
In their defense, there was way more wrong with that game than CryEngine.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying that also it was pushed out the door as fast as possible, so their obligation would be fulfilled.
Yeah. Like
So,
the engine choice is one of many poor choices that occurred there.
One of
it
many.
wasn't even a poor choice because it was originally supposed to be a PS4 and Xbox game.
Right. But like, I don't. Having played at least a demo of that game, I was just sort of beside myself. But how
Again, they pushed that game
unforgivably
out
bad
at
it
least.
was.
They pushed out the game at least a year before it was supposed to come out as well.
Yeah, just a poor choices all around, really.
It was extremely Big Red Button, the developer, getting just absolutely brutally fucked over by Sega management.
Oh, absolutely. Like I feel genuinely bad for those poor guys.
But yeah, so rip that one. But yeah, for some reason, Bangarang licensed for its announcement trailer.
Beautiful thing.
Captain
Pincher.
Pincher.
Oh, he's got a pirate hat and visible ribcage and a peg leg. There's a lot going on for this guy.
Peg leg.
Yo ho ho and a
A lot going on. There's some good character design here.
There's just some great character design.
Oh wait, are after we collected various Ico characters, we're seriously gonna do a Shadow Colossus boss?
We
Yeah.
are.
Please say Eco, just for me.
Oh, I just
it's my
tore that guy's
cameo.
head off.
I can't believe you ripped Beat's head off.
Why would you do that, man? I thought we were friends.
Happy 4 years, everybody!
Good lord.
Yeah.
Well, I'll miss you, Beat.
It would be really funny if I just logged off right now and never showed up again.
Just never reappeared.
Yeah.
I need you, friend.
And considering how slow I update the website on these things, it'd be a while before people notice. Alright, I think I'm gonna do cheese level over here, and then we're gonna call it a night for our anniversary stream.
Fair enough.
Do you love
Okay.
cheese level?
Jeez. All right, what do you think the cameos are going to be? I'm going to make a wild guess and say, oh, they get the special characters get the fucking PlayStation buttons over there, like blank character icons. This sucks. I hate it.
Yes.
I don't know. Like, there is charm to this game, and there's very obvious efforts trying to make it appealing. I appreciate that. But also, it's so fucking weird. Also, I can't believe you just got mouse trapped.
As you do.
Okay, it's got shrinkage. Size. Oh man, it's one of those games.
I mean, I do have to say that the way they do the shrinking effect here is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of the thing
Reminded
is,
of-
like, every single part of this game... Here's my complicated review. Every single part of this game is, like, on some level, neat. Like, I like what I see, but by the same token, it feels very weirdly designed by committee. Like, just so much of this doesn't feel like it has a soul. Like... Which is a weird kind of thing to be upset about with a video game, but it's where we're at.
I wouldn't say that it is soulless per se. I would say it's
No,
like, I don't know.
it's
I
made
feel
by
like,
people that generally love Sony's history,
yeah,
but at the same time, people that approved this game and all of its who's in it don't.
yeah. Yeah, that's
You can
a good way
sneak
to
in
put
a
it.
Rudy Rough Knight, but buddy. You better be pushing the fact that we have a triangle, a circle, a square, and a cross. And you can tell that it's evil because they're saying cross instead of X.
I mean, but yeah, like Rudy Rough Night being an obvious. Well, how am I supposed to call this thing? Rudy Rough Night being an obvious thing that, like, we know because it happened last year that Sony was approached about, like, hey, maybe you want to make another Wild Arms game, and the people who made Wild Arms were told no. And
Yeah, like what I would say is not that this game lacks a soul. Like the people who made it clearly care, but it's a reminder of like an executive team that doesn't.
yes. Okay, that's how you do that.
I would say I expect better of you, but I don't.
Uh-oh.
You don't understand why you shrinky dinked.
So that way I
Why'd
can
you
get a
get-
photo op.
Why did you get Shrinky Dinks, Goggle Bob? None of us respect Shrinky Dinks.
Get shrunk.
Shrinky dinks, low quality toy.
Yeah.
God, I loved those things when I was a kid. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because you're a low quality person.
Cruel but fair.
I like how you just like you're willing to argue that that's fair. Like just such a shitty thing to say for no reason. And you're like, oh, well, that's fair.
I mean, I like Shrinky Dinks. I'm not gonna lie. And I realize there's only one reason to like Shrinky Dinks.
And that's apparently being a low quality person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What are
Yeah.
shrinky dinks?
I don't
Oh,
even
You
know.
can probably guess just from the name Shrinky Dink.
let me tell you, they were these like paper things that like you'd color them in, and they were like usually like licensed design, like, you know, things you'd recognize, or they were just like ponies or something that you'd enjoy looking at as a kid. And then you put them in an oven and they got smaller.
Like many things when you remove water from them.
Like, I mean, maybe I'm not explaining this right, but
No,
you
you're
see,
explaining it perfectly.
they would get smaller. They would shrink,
Wait.
if you would.
They would shrink until they were dinky.
That
That's really it. That's
was
all.
the entire thing.
Yep. It was exactly.
They were the polar opposite of those like tiny spongy dinosaurs that disappointed Bart on that episode of The Simpsons. Relatable statement.
Oh god, I love those tiny spongy dinosaurs.
If you're smaller, maybe you can be brought up by the updraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm
Jackass.
figuring that's the case. I'm just making sure I get everything in the area before I move on.
I don't feel like you should. I feel like you should get nothing in the area. I think
You
if you
deserve
encounter
nothing.
one of the like beloved PlayStation characters, you should ignore him on purpose.
That's
I
Sony
think
executive
someone-
mode.
Coming up to
I
him.
Wait,
Sorry, go on for it. Go ahead, Crumbs.
I've seen someone make like DIY shrinky dinks with like leftover scraps of plastic.
That sounds
That
doable.
makes sense.
Interesting. Why though?
DIY dinks.
I don't understand it.
What goes here? Oh, hey, cats.
Good day and welcome to the end of the stream.
Listen, this level might be 12 years long. You don't know.
Oh. Hello? I am
Hello.
We can hear you now.
driving. I'm driving. I know. I'm driving, but wanted to participate, so I will be mostly listening.
That's dangerous.
What are we playing?
Astro Bob.
Listening?
Yeah, Astro Bot. It's
Okay, I'll
a
ask
new
you.
PlayStation game that's kind of cute and also kind of exploits random IPs. Currently, I've turned into a little mouse.
So the
Robo-
issue with this, with the entire, with this mechanic that I'm seeing, is that there's only one thing that you can ever do with it.
Get smaller?
Like I'm saying, like a thing is happening where I can't interact with it of my current size. I will get smaller. Oh, that's it. That's all that happens.
That's it. Thank you for playing.
Like, it's fine, it's one level, but it is one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, that's kind of a limited gimmick.
I mean, I will say that I do enjoy how it is presented because it's cool the way the shrinking works, as opposed to like just like I feel like if this were a Mario, like if this were just like Mario Odyssey,
Zelda the Minish Cat?
you'd be smaller on screen. The end. Whereas this, like, the fact that it actually shrinks down and actually feels like the level is that size is pretty cool.
So in other words, it's Tiny Huge Islands from Mario 64.
Yes, technically true.
It reminds me of
Under the bed.
Zelda the Minish Cap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who is
Minish
here? Oh,
Cap. It's
Oh, it's backpack person.
draw me like one of your French robots.
And we're back to a Titanic reference.
I wasn't here for the
That's
first
good
one,
over
so
there.
it's fine. Why are you trying to get back out?
Because
Oh,
there's
you're trying to
a
get
puzzle
the-
piece up at the top that
Maybe if
I
you were
wonder
good at
how
things.
long it'll take for him to figure it out.
Maybe if Goggle Bob was good at things.
Yeah.
Spin, 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 spin.
Seriously, how's this thing work?
You spin. There's a big spinning emblem on it.
Oh,
I don't know
wasn't
how
aware
it took
there was-
Goggle Bob this long.
I had to
wasn't
wait until
aware
the
there was
tutorial
spin
popped
button.
up.
Yeah, the tutorial was like, okay, dummy, get moving.
spin, spin, spin.
Spin, 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 spin.
Spin to win.
I do like that this music box has music that's coming out through the controller, which is cute. It's the first time that
I
the
hate it
controller
when that
just hasn't been producing random noise.
I just want the controller to shut the fuck up.
Pretty much.
Please, please shut the fuck up.
For the love of God.
If I have a device that makes a noise, I keep a pistol next to my printer.
In case it starts making noises.
All right, I'm
Yeah, I
just
thought that
going
was
to
the
make a
toaster.
wild guess and say that the special guest stars for this level are gonna be fucking, I don't know, some indie
Little
some
Ralph.
indie, like Little Ralph. Sure, why not? The fuck ever.
It's going to
Goggles,
be the,
are you a fan
the
of the
cat from
Adventures of Little
Stray.
Ralph? Are you a fan of the Adventures of Little Ralph? You seem like a Little Ralph fan.
Seem like a Little Ralph kind of guy. Goggle
I've been
Bob.
judged as a little Ralph fan.
Oh no, no judgment here.
It's
Well,
probably better than a big Ralph.
a little bit of judgment.
Oh, okay. I do appreciate our little guest buddy today.
I'm waiting to see.
Is it a
They are.
Tokyo Jungle? Oh no, it's a
Oh,
Katamari?
Oh,
It's Prince
yeah, that's
from
Katamari.
Katamari.
the Little Prince.
That's a weird one to see in here.
I mean, Prince
No.
is tiny, so it kind of makes this amount of sense.
I guess I see
Yeah.
that, yeah. But why was
Also-
he the size of a bird's nest?
Why?
Because they're all the same robots.
Yep.
I suppose that's true.
The pig.
Did you just slap a cat?
I was trying to slap a lock.
Stop!
Horrible.
I think you're supposed to go in there as like tiny person, and the cat for some reason did not eat you.
Well, the robots, they don't eat anything.
Oh damn, good point.
That doesn't mean they won't try.
Drama?
I like the idea of robots just trying to do like human shit and absolutely fucking it up.
Again, play Nier Automata.
I was just thinking that.
Never mind, I hate it now. God, I was
I've seen
reminded
proof
of that
Nier Automata.
that like fucking horrible Gamergate wannabe idiot. The one
Yeah.
that
Which
sucks.
one?
Uh,
Also, the one that sucks does not narrow it down at all.
I believe I believe he goes by Black Sage D Gamer.
Oh God.
And he recently went mildly viral for his just complete and total failure to understand the plot of Final Fantasy VII. But I don't feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
that's something I would make fun of you for. When
I
you've
would.
already written a manifesto about how cranking it to video game asses is your guiding light.
I'd
Good
still make fun of
Lord.
you for not understanding like the notion that Final Fantasy VII's plot is political, an idea I picked up on when I was 8.
Yeah.
yeah, very
he's very
straightforward
obviously an
there
idiot.
too.
No, it's very obvious. But I'm just saying, like, of the two things, I feel like that one's significantly more different, more shameful.
What is this mouse
Also,
I
like,
rescued?
although I was really impressed by how those birds popped in. I have not seen pop in like that since the Dreamcast era.
I don't think that's a mouse. I think that's a rabbit.
What is this rabbit I rescued?
It's got a mouse tail.
Yeah, but it has rabbit ears.
Yeah, that's true. I
But
don't know
what
the
is
Well,
fuck
they
it?
that
could
is.
sort of be mousy ears.
Could be like one of those like kangaroo mice. What is the name?
I think that's just a
Dang
Looney
old
Tunes thing.
jackalopes.
No, their ears aren't big. I don't know what the hell that was.
I'm gonna go back to the planet and see if I can't figure out my rat mouse.
Hack the planet.
Just like that the freaking princess from Ico is like dancing. Like what?
Eco. Eco.
Wow.
Ico. Intrepid rodent. She's a real page turner.
What?
None of this makes any sense.
I feel like I
don't-
should be getting this.
Where were they going with that? Intrepid Ronin.
A child will not understand this.
Is it like was there some sort of book-based game?
Okay, I gotta look this up.
Moss. It's from something called Moss.
The Nazi alligator.
Yeah, that was my first thought.
Oh, not mouse, you dipshit.
Like, wait, what?
There is
The
a
average
video game
child
called
will not.
Moss.
But intrepid
Remember our
And
earlier
how's that-
statement that if you reinvent Hitler, you have failed.
What was? Okay, how do you spell that, please?
MOSS, like the plant. You're thinking of mouse, MAUS.
Oh, moss. Oh, okay, moss. All right, sure.
Oh, okay, so apparently you can eventually build a changing room. I assume that's where I can eventually,
Like actually use these.
yeah, do shit. Which
Make
I
yourself
guess
look
just the
ridiculous.
very idea that you can change your costume has to be earned.
I don't like that. I feel like that should be free.
Yeah, they really should have just given you that.
It's evil.
I mean, particularly, I haven't
At least
checked,
they
but I
don't make you pay
assume there
for
has
it?
to be DLC.
Yeah, like it's not. You're not charging you for it, which is good. But like, I know. Just put that on the fucking main menu. It's not difficult.
That really shouldn't be something that you need to earn.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe like you have to beat the first level, but once you get past that,
Yeah,
It
they
is.
they
You
advertised
have-
pre-release that this would not have microtransactions.
Well, that's good because
it's sad that nowadays
microtransactions
they have to
are terrible.
advertise that.
It
Yeah,
really is.
but I mean, and sometimes people will go back on their word for it, but
Oh
That
yeah.
happens a lot.
in this case,
Well, I mean,
Do
I
the different
in-
outfits have different abilities?
No,
nah,
they're just
I'm
aesthetic.
guessing not. But then again, I have no
Completely
idea.
cosmetic.
Oh.
I see occasionally the idea that like, oh, it's okay to charge for cosmetics because it doesn't affect gameplay. But I feel like that's reductive. I feel like gameplay actually counts as a lot of different things. Like, and one of the things that like will affect your enjoyment of the game is like, being able to decide how you look. Oh, hi,
Oh, hey.
Spyro.
hey, Spyro,
We got
like,
that
you've
guy.
been-
We
You
got
don't
Prince,
look like an
we got
Astro Bot for
Spyro.
some reason.
Yeah. Also, last spotted in the Skylands. Ha ha ha.
Also, that's not even true. His last game was the remake of the first three.
Yeah.
Last
make
new
really count.
Why does
adventure.
he look normal?
He actually looks much
Yeah, he
better
doesn't
than
look
so
like
many
an
of these
Astro
stupid
Bot.
bots.
Yeah.
I'm
bots don't
convinced
look
that it's because it was the
bad.
third. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
convinced
no.
it was like a Activision and/or Microsoft choice that like no, he has to look normal.
Yeah, sure. That makes a certain amount of sense. The bots don't look bad, but I don't know. They irritate
They've-
me for reasons that are difficult to
They've
define.
still got elements of Funko in them.
Yeah. I think you go down it. Yes.
I just rescued a goddamn cursor.
Trust the bones. Yeah,
Yeah.
from something.
Got it.
Oh, it's from Dreams. That doesn't even function anymore. Fuck you.
Yeah, I mean that. I feel like that is the basic pinnacle. Like, I am going to play this until I can unlock Rudy Rough Night, but I'm not going to be happy about it when I do.
You're gonna be sad
I mean,
they shut
for
down
what it's
Wild
worth,
Arms
it
Million
seems
Memories.
it seems like a very nice like platformer. Like,
Yeah, no, I mean, like,
guess.
this
Pretty
is
solid.
fun to play. Like this doesn't feel like shit. Like, it could very easily feel like shit. It doesn't. But by the same token, there is a weird kind of, like, just again being reminded, like when you rescue Prince or Spyro, that, you know, hey, can we get some new games?
So I'm gonna ask
Oh,
a very
shit.
simple question.
oh, who is
I'm
this
gonna.
guy?
It's it's Amaterasu. So I'm gonna ask a very simple question. Why did a thing that was gated by 50 little robots get followed up by something that was gated by 20?
I mean, I
Yeah.
think they just like having fun with these things because, like, it took like 30 to get here, so all the 20 things are like completely pointless at this point.
I will say it is kind of cute, like how you go up to the 20 thing and 20 guys just like storm in to do the thing. Like so
Yeah,
I have no
but
issue with
if
that.
I was playing, I would be getting slightly irritated at the amount of times I was having to do it.
Yeah, like it literally takes 25 of these dudes to get here. So anything that was 20 once we were there was already superfluous.
Oh. Then you got to sit through the animation one more time.
Every
Jeez.
time.
Also, I know you can't hear the music right now, but it's also weirdly Wild Arms-esque.
You're just hoping that the next one you find will be Rudy Rough Night.
It just really like begging and pleading for Wild Arms.
What will you
Like,
do when you find Alundra, though?
I almost feel bad that you quote unquote spoiled that, because I would have been genuinely surprised when Alundra showed up.
My apologies.
No, I understand. I put you in this position.
There are a
Yeah,
number
but-
of them that I did not name.
Okay, good. Yeah, well, I was
There's
surprised
none
to
as
find
surprising
frickin'
as
Okami.
Alundra, but yeah. There's none that's as surprising as Alundra.
I mean,
but-
so I would guess there's a bunch of other Capcom luminaries in here.
The other bot should ask, "Where's Alundra?" when she's not around.
every time.
Where are
You know what?
Alundra?
I am very excited to finally see if Heavenly Sword got a cameo.
Oh
Spoilers,
God.
no.
Nobody remembers that shit.
Yes, spoilers. Heavenly Sword's not in there.
I will always
Yeah.
remember
Oh.
Heavenly Sword because a friend of mine opened their video game store, and at first, it's still open to this day, but as most commercial things, they had the big grand opening. It was exciting, and then nobody knew the store existed. So there was just
As
one
these
time
things
one
tend
of
to
our
go.
mutual friends walked in, and he had Heavenly Sword in the demo kiosk. And just standing there in the store for like 6 hours, we beat Heavenly Sword just standing there.
I think I'd have gotten bored about an hour and a half in.
Well, I mean, it was Heavenly Sword, but like it beat just waiting for any customer ever to show up.
I understand.
Like it was picture GameStop, but like literally nobody is walking in.
Oh, so GameStop. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Picture GameStop now.
Well, right now
Like, I don't
GameStop
think
exists
it's
as like a
worth-
speculative asset more than anything else.
God.
That's what Bob's getting at. Yeah.
That's grim.
All right.
What
Well,
are these points for?
For
We got-
you.
We got one big chunk of a PlayStation 4. I think I'm done.
That's a PlayStation 5, good sir. You
Oh.
failed this branding exercise.
God damn it! We did so much with that controller, and I still got it wrong.
That's beautiful.
But-
I'm so glad.
But the reason I have 4 on the mind is this is our 4th anniversary, so
Yay!
Happy anniversary,
more
y'all.
years.
congratulations.
24 more years. 24 more years.
We'll talk about a 4-year anniversary again
I
during
wish.
the next Trump election cycle.
God.
No.
I hope he's dead by then. Sorry.
So do
Yeah,
I.
that'll be really funny.
It'll be so fucking cool when he dies. I'll say it. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, this is the 2-year anniversary of the Queen dying.
Oh man, that was really fucking funny too.
Did you
Oh,
see
man.
that 2-year anniversary of The Rock's tweet about that?
Okay, that was fake.
Oh, that was fake.
That was fake.
Oh.
Shame.
Aw.
Shame. I really.
Hitting the
Oh,
Queen's corpse with a rock bottom.
My favorite thing about the Queen's death is my wife and I had a vacation that included England's plans for like that week. And then like 2 days before he left, the news broke that the Queen had passed away. And I think I just like messaged in one of the group chats, that dead bitch is fucking up my vacation.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that.
As well she did.
As well she did.
All right. Well, good night. 4 more years.
4 more years.
24 more years. 24. More
And by
years.
then we'll be constructing PlayStation 6s.
We'll be in the Sony mines.
Yeah.
Piecing
We will
together
be
a
these
superconductor
robots.
with our ancient and withered fingers.
Zombie.
I'll be 65 then.
Yep.
Yeah, I will be 57.
I will be. I don't fucking do math for
Will you
free.
still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm
Oh, what?
64?
And Chromes will be the ripe old
What?
age of 22. Good night,
Damn,
everybody.
Brooks has it figured out. Good night.